Hey guys, welcome back to the United Star, and it's game day. We're back. It's game week one of the Premier League, and we're just gonna go into it with few predictions. You've already seen Priyan and me give some pretty crazy predictions, with me saying Manchester United in second, and Priyan and I agreeing that Leeds will finish in the top 10. So today we have Prasham to talk about who wins the individual competitions, more or less. So Prasham, let's get started. According to you, who wins the Golden Boot?
I think the Golden Boot, I think it's going to be a close battle again, like last season. But I do think this season someone will cross the 25 goal mark. I think that's going to happen this season. And I am going, my number one pick for Golden Boot is actually Aubameyang. I think he is going to do it again this season. I think it's he's brilliant. He scored 20 plus goals in all the seasons he's been in the Premier League. Arsenal have got a couple of new players. I think Arteta, the way they're playing, it's actually quite scary that they do look good now. So I'm going with Aubameyang. To give him a close competition, I'm actually going to go with Harry Kane. They might even tie for the Golden Boot. I'm saying this for a couple of reasons because, see, this depends again on Kane having a full season because he's very injury prone. But if Harry Kane has a full season, you cannot stop the man. He is one of the best strikers in the world. He's definitely the best English striker there is by far. There's no comparison. And the way Mourinho has been talking him up in the All or Nothing documentary, it really looks like he's going to give Harry Kane a good run of games. And if Kane's on the pitch, he scores. It's as simple as that. Last season, he missed a great part of the season, and he got I think 18 goals, 17 goals. So Kane and Aubameyang to fight it out and even draw. And number three, I'm going to go for Sadio Mane, not Mo Salah, Sadio Mane. I think it's about time that Mane takes his what he deserves. He's a far better player than Mo Salah, and I think this season he's going to outscore him and show the world that all this talk about Mo Salah, the real man at Liverpool is Mane, and I think it's already been recognized this year by him being in the PFA Team of the Year over Salah. But he's also going to win those individual trophies by scoring the most goals. Enough of Salah's selfishness here.
Prasham, I agree with two names in Aubameyang and Harry Kane, but the name that I would give for a close competition would be our very own Tony Martial. I think if it's the same story as not this, it's a similar story. If he manages to keep a season fit with the combination of Bruno and Pogba behind him, we're talking about the likes of Sancho joining in. There'll be a lot of service for him, and I think if he could get a 20 goal plus season last season with such a bad start, he can definitely push on with better numbers this season. So, guys, I think Aubameyang and Harry Kane are the two names we will be settling on to battle it out for the Golden Boot, with Aubameyang winning according to Prasham, and according to me, it'll be Harry Kane. But going into Golden Glove, this is interesting because City has really strengthened their defense. But does that mean Edison gets it for you?
No, no, no. I don't think Edison will win the Golden Glove. I don't think Nick Pope will either be in the running this season for Golden Glove. I think Allison will be the one to take the Golden Glove. I think with Van Dijk and Arnold and even Joe Gomez, he's been fantastic throughout last season. A lot of potential there. And Robertson, they've got the best defense in the league by far. And I think Allison is a very good goalkeeper. I think Edison has a lot of mistakes in him. I know Allison made a couple of mistakes towards the end of the season, but it was done by then. Liverpool had the trophy wrapped up. Let's not talk about that. But I think it's going to be Allison this season winning the Golden Glove. I think Edison will be up there because in general, City have so much of the ball, it's hard to score against them. So I think Edison will be up there and number two maybe, but I think Allison wins it for me. The third one is going to be controversial and people are going to come at me for this one, but I'm going to go for David De Gea. I think Manchester United's defense has shown that they can do it. Last season, David De Gea was up there. David De Gea actually finished, I think, third or fourth
He
last
finished
season in the
third.
Golden
He
Glove
finished
race.
third.
So he finished third, and I don't see any reason why he cannot finish third. The only thing might be that maybe he's sharing first team time with Dean Henderson, and that might hinder. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going for David De Gea, but I'm also going to mention a dark horse out here who might pull it off in Rui Patricio. That man is the most underrated goalkeeper in the Premier League by far. He's probably in the top five keepers in the league. Absolutely fantastic. And the Wolves defense is good. I mean, they are weakened by the loss of Dorothy, of course. But let's see what happens. But yeah, Patricio is definitely my dark horse. But I think Allison will take it away because Liverpool's defense is the best defense.
Prasham, I don't agree with you for the simple reason that I think the wheels are going to fall off when it comes to Liverpool. I don't see them winning the league, but I don't see them performing in a similar fashion either. I predicted them to finish fourth. personally, the two names that I agree on are Edison from Manchester City and David De Gea from Manchester United. The only reason I believe David De Gea will not win it and Edison wins it is obviously because City may just get the likes of Koulibaly and Ake is there, and they've just strengthened another insane amount of they spent a lot of money on it. But the reason I'm putting De Gea in a close second, or maybe even fighting for the first, is because he will have the pressure of Dean Henderson below him, which will make him further perform. And our defense did improve significantly this last season, and with the rumors of Alex Telles and so on and so forth, we can definitely go ahead and have a much safer back five. And I think Harry Maguire also has a point to prove after the full Greece situation. But let's go down to one of the last player related predictions. Who's going to be the man who assists the most? Because I think my answer is Kevin De Bruyne. Are you going with Trent Alexander Arnold for this?
No, man, Bruno Fernandes. I think. But jokes aside, Bruno Fernandes could be up there, man. Like he's shown what he can do in the Premier League. He's a proven player. Every season, the last 2 years, he's got more than 45 goal and assist. The combination of goals plus assists. So there's no reason why he can't be there. But Kevin De Bruyne is on a different plane. Probably the best midfielder in world football right now. So for me, he's going to be number one. Bruno Fernandes number two. Number three, Alexander Arnold. If we think Harry Kane is going to score 25 goals, Heung-min Son.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was going to say. My top three would be De Bruyne, Bruno, and then Son. I just don't see Liverpool doing well this season. I mean, guys, click me up if you want, but I don't see it happening. And
No, I completely agree with you, Vishesh. They won't do well. I completely agree with you.
yeah, and I mean, the most important thing: who's getting sacked, who's getting the boot.
Let me tell you one thing. This is the manager who's not going to get the boot first, but by the end of the season, write this down, guys. Take a screen grab of this or whatever. Frank Lampard will not be at Chelsea. I guarantee this. The man is under tremendous pressure. You don't go out and sign 8 players. What it's going to be 8 players by the end of the transfer window. You don't go out and sign 8 players and then struggle to finish in the top four, which is what is going to happen with Chelsea. And Super Frank Lampard is going to be sitting somewhere in Derby County trying to get them from fourth to fourth again. So I'm telling you, Frank Lampard's the one who's going to get sacked this season. The first man to get sacked, I think, will be Dean Smith at Aston Villa. I think he's going to be the first one to be gone. But the big name that's going to be gone is Super Frank Lampard. I hope Roman has signed some sort of an Amazon Prime documentary, because I would love to see Frank Lampard's tactical genius firsthand. With such a good squad, he's going to flop massively. And mark my words, it's going to happen.
I think I agree with you, but I don't see Frank Lampard staying. I agree with you, Aston Villa being the first club to sack their manager, but I'm going to go on another thing. And again, you can click me up. I see Mourinho being sacked. I don't see him doing well at Spurs, and I see him being sacked in the second season, or what people say his first full season. And talking about your documentary, I heard Manchester United have signed a deal with Amazon Prime for a documentary next season, so that could be pretty interesting. But
Vishesh, just with Jose Mourinho, I've said it before. Spurs either finish in top four this season or win a trophy. He is going to do it, man. People are right. This is the perfect season for Mourinho. People are writing him off. He's an underdog, and when he's an underdog, there's no one better than Mourinho. People don't expect him to do anything. But Vishesh, before we end, I want to ask you another question. Breakthrough Player of the Year. Who's it going to be? Which one of the idiots, according to the Sun, is it going to be?
we're talking when we're looking at it from the entire league.
Mm-hmm.
There's this player that's come from I don't remember the teams, but he's come to Aston Villa, and his name is Watkins, and he has some great caliber. I believe he will shine. He should shine in the league. And if we're talking from a Manchester United perspective, I think this is going to be Greenwood's season.
So I'm going to name my three here, Vishesh. It's going to be Kelvin Phillips from Leeds United, that center midfielder. He's got something about him. I've seen the Take Me Home, Ellen Road, whatever rubbish, whatever, I couldn't stand that, but like that's another thing. But I've seen that and he looks good. I saw him play for England. He looks decent. The second one I'm going to go for is, of course, Mason Greenwood. And the third one, who I think is actually going to pip everyone to be the breakthrough player of the year is the man who's going to replace David Silva at Man City. Most likely, it looks like that. Phil Foden. He's absolutely brilliant, man. I'm actually envious that they've actually produced a player of their academy for a change. But that guy's got real talent. But Mason Greenwood will give him a great run for his money. It's not going to be easy for him because Mason's got it in him as well. If Foden is the Silva, Greenwood's the Van Persie. So let's see who goes and does it.
I mean, both of them were too desperate to get girls in their in their hotels and got kicked out. So they also have a point to prove. But guys, that's about it. So when it comes to prediction point of view, Prosham and I having some similar ones. We both think Aubameyang and Harry Kane will fight it out. But with Aubameyang winning, although I think Martial will be up there, and Prosham thinks who is it? Prosham, I
But
forgot.
Vishesh, but if all this is redundant if Jamie Vardy has a party. If that happens, then there's only one
I
man.
think I think I think Leicester rely way too much on Jamie Vardy, and I don't see him doing it each and every season. Age will get the better of him. When it comes to assists, it's obviously the one and only Kevin De Bruyne. When it comes to the Golden Glove, Prashant thinks it'll go to Allison with a good fight from Edison and De Gea being up within those two people. And for me, it's going to be between Edison and De Gea, with Edison winning it. And we see Aston Villa's manager getting sacked, and the big one for Prasham being Frank Lampard, and for me being Jose Mourinho. So at the end of the day, they're buddies who may just get sacked together on the same day. So, guys, that's about it. Do let us know what you think. Who's going to win the Golden Boot? Who's going to win the Golden Glove? The season's back, guys. Are you guys excited? So, we're going to give you a full week of just Manchester United content till our first game goes. And do watch out. Manchester United versus Aston Villa is happening today, guys. First friendly. Donny van de Beek is a red. We'll see you next time.